I'd like to talk to you about a particular case result where we recovered $1,375,000 for the family who had lost their son. And I want to start by saying that it occurred over on Powers Boulevard. It was a very difficult and challenging case, but it started when they came in and hired me, and they were referred by a professional who knew my law firm and came to see me, and they had no idea that they could recover money for the loss of their son. So the beginning of the process was to walk them through the process of Colorado's wrongful death statute and how it works. And you can recover for the loss of a loved one. There are caps in Colorado for non-economic damages in wrongful death cases. And in this particular case, we're talking about the parents who lost an adult son. So the compensation was going to come from non-economic damages. And the first part of the case was the liability issue, and we had our team take a look at that. We did hire a traffic accident reconstructionist who was there to assist us in determining what occurred with the collision and to take a look at whether or not it was merely careless or reckless. If there is reckless driving, that can impact the value of the claim. And in this particular case, we were looking at the angles and what caused this collision. As the process developed, the caps were becoming a problem. We could only recover so much. So we filed lawsuit on the case and began to take depositions. And through that, there was an economist that was hired to talk about the value of parents losing an adult child. And part of that has to do with changing relationships in our society. And what happens is when parents have a child, they're the primary caregiver. And as the child becomes an adult and the parents become older, sometimes those roles reverse. And there can be an economic value for the loss of an adult child because they can become caregivers. And that's not uncommon in this day and age, especially with dementia and other physical and mental disabilities that can affect parents, where the children become the primary caregivers. And we used an economist to analyze that, and ultimately through hard work, determination, and litigation, we were able to settle that claim successfully for $1,375,000. When you've lost a loved one in a very difficult case, it's important for you to hire a law firm that has experience with these matters. It is a difficult process, and we're here to help you through that process.